give the floor to the Sovereign Order of Malta.
Mr. Chairman, Excellencies and distinguished colleagues, on behalf of the Sovereign Order of Malta, we wish to express our support for the conclusions reached by Mr. Sewenyana. Specifically, we echo his recommendations regarding the requirement for enhanced multilateralism and dialogue among various stakeholders, particularly in the current global context. The Sovereign Order of Malta prides itself on these principles and is guided by non-discrimination, cooperation, and altruism. We believe that if all entities work through these values, it will bring us in line with the Programme of Action established in the Vienna Declaration, which enhances our capability to enable every state's right to development. Unfortunately, recent responses to global crises have underscored the challenges in translating these values into our global systems. In his report, Mr. Sewenyana illustrated how the fragmented response to COVID-19 has exposed the shortcomings of our global architecture in safeguarding the common good. The Sovereign Order of Malta has a 900-year history of standing with the vulnerable and working to address the inequities of the international order, particularly in Africa. The medical expertise of our relief agency, Malteser International, has proven invaluable in addressing vaccination deficiencies in less developed states. In 17 countries, from Haiti to Cambodia, we have provided a wide range of services, including capacity building, health screening, PPE provisions, and awareness programs in an effort to extend a lifeline to the victims of an inequitable international system. We embody sacrosanct Catholic principles that must be promoted to foster a culture of peace and fulfill the vision of the UN Charter. In the words of Pope Paul VI, unless the existing machinery is modified, the disparity between rich and poor nations will increase rather than diminish. The Holy Father recognized the need for reform because our current order allows opulence at the expense of the common good. It is during these tumultuous times where conflict has superseded diplomacy and global military investment continues to rise that we must take stock and acknowledge that an equitable and cooperative system is more beneficial than the inequities that plague the current international order. When global military expenditure reaches an all-time high during the biggest health crisis we have faced in over 100 years, then we must recognize the necessity for reform. Mr. Sewenyana, concerning the recommendations you put forward, how do you intend to promote a more stable financial foundation for human rights mechanisms? Thank you, Mr. Chairman.